Good day everyone, I'm Louise Tagac, a member of Group 6 and we are about to present parallel and perpendicular lines.
Here are the Group 6 members: Gallenero, Karl, Christian, Gonzales, Keith, Henrick, Herzi, Yasmine, Sebastian, and Tagac, Louise, Marie.
Hi everyone, my name is Sebastian and today we're going to talk about what are parallel and perpendicular lines. If two straight lines lie in the same plane and if they never intersect each other, they are called parallel lines. They are always the same distance apart and are equidistant lines. The symbol parallel to is used to represent parallel lines. For example, AB parallel to CD means line AB is parallel to line CD. On the other hand, when two lines intersect each other at an angle of 90 degrees, they are known as perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines are denoted by the symbol perpendicular to. For example, PQ perpendicular to RS means line PQ is perpendicular to line RS. Observe the following figure and the properties of parallel and perpendicular lines to identify them and differentiate between them.
Parallel and perpendicular lines are an important part of geometry and they have distinct characteristics that help to identify them easily. Two lines are termed as parallel if they lie in the same plane, are the same distance apart, and never meet each other. Perpendicular lines are the intersecting lines that always meet at an angle of 90 degrees. Let us learn more about parallel and perpendicular lines in this article.
Properties of parallel lines. Parallel lines are always equidistant from each other. They never meet at any common point. They lie in the same plane. Properties of perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines always intersect at 90 degrees. All perpendicular lines can be termed as intersecting lines, but all intersecting lines cannot be called perpendicular because they need to intersect at right angle. Difference between parallel and perpendicular lines. Although parallel and perpendicular lines are the two basic and most commonly used lines in geometry, they are quite different from each other. The following table shows the difference between parallel and perpendicular lines.
Parallel lines are those that never intersect and are always the same distance apart. The symbol parallel to is used to represent parallel lines. Railway tracks opposite side of a whiteboard are the examples of the parallel lines. While perpendicular lines are those that always intersect each other at right angles. Perpendicular lines are denoted by the symbol perpendicular to. The letter L, the joining walls of a room, are the examples of perpendicular lines.
Parallel and perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines do not have the same slope. The slope of one line is the negative reciprocal of the other line. This can be expressed mathematically as m1 times m2 equals -1, where m1 and m2 are the slopes of two lines that are perpendicular. For example, if the equations of two lines are given as y equals 1/4 x plus 3 and y equals -4x plus 2, we can see that the slope of one line is the negative reciprocal of the other. Therefore, there are perpendicular lines. In this case, the negative reciprocal of -4 is 1/2 and vice versa. Negative reciprocal means if m1 and m2 are negative reciprocals of each other, their product will be -1. Hence, it can be said that if the slope of two lines is the same, they are identified as parallel lines, whereas if the slope of two given lines are negative reciprocals of each other, they are identified as perpendicular lines. And that's it. Thank you for listening. I hope you can get helpful knowledge from this presentation. Good luck.